price of fuel goes up at midnight. Petrol will be increased by up to 22 Rand 37 cents, while the price of diesel will go up by about 2 Rand 31 cents per litre. This will not only affect ordinary consumers, but certainly taxi operators and passengers as well. And for that perspective, let's bring in Tshegohaco Moagi, who's live to us at the Kempton Park Taxi Rank this morning. And Tshegohaco, I wonder if the news has kind of reached those who are going to be affected there and what they're saying in response to that.
Well, good morning, Ayanda. Indeed, the news has reached the taxi operators specifically that we'll be speaking to around this petrol price. Of course, this is quite an unhappy situation for them because that means that they'll have to then increase the fuel price, the prices of travel as well. This, of course, then affecting the passengers, as you have mentioned. We do know that there have been calls for the government to review the fuel levy, and we are currently in one of these taxis. And I actually like to bring in one of the taxi drivers here, Ayanda, because, you know, the issue of petrol price has really been one that has affected them quite gravely, and not just this one, but of course going forward as well, and the previous ones. Let's bring in Bab Uvusi Zwane. Bab Zwane, thank you so much for your time. Asicela ukuthi le ndaba le petrol price izoni-affecta kanjani?
Hayi, iyasibulala le nto lena kapetrol. Iyasigqilaza so manje sicabanga ukuthi nemali manje ikhuphuke. Ngoba manje asakwazi asakhona ukuchecka. Imoto ayisachekile ukuthi izodliwa alo government.
And nisebhadala i-insurance and i-monthly payments?
Yeah, siyabhadala nje. Siyakhokha siyondla futhi. Sineyingane siyondla.
So nifuna nje ukuthi i-government inisize kani or iyenze kanjani ngendaba le petrol?
Ayehlise nje upetrol, aqhele kupetrol oba awukhandeni upetrol. Asuke nje kuwo. Bakhona abanikazi ba petrol okufanele bawukhuphula, hayi yena. Inyanga nenyanga unakana no petrol ingathi wakhe. Akasuke nje ezintweni zabanye abantu. Anaka inkomo zakhe lezi. Hayi inkomeni zakhe lezi ayidayisa ngemiliyoni.
So uma nje manikhuluma as i-taxi drivers ngicabanga ukuthi nizoyenza kanjani?
Akukho kunye ngaphandle ukuthi bayekhushula imali. Uzokhushula imali ngoba manje abantu imoto ayisakhoneki zizodliwa lezi imoto lezi. Imoto eziningi ziyakolota. And futhi akasizi ngalutho uma kukolota imoto. Akayenzi lutho nje. Umsebenzi wakhe awukho nje kahle hle. Akaphume ke ngasikhundleni la kudede lo munye umuntu.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Vusi Zwane there, Ayanda. Really just giving us details, you know, of how the petrol price is going to affect them. He does say that the cars that they are driving, these taxis that they are driving, are still they are still paying the monthly installments for some of these taxis. They've got families, they've got children that they need to feed, and the only solution that they are then seeing is that they'll have to then increase, of course, the price of travel for the passengers, and this of course will have a negative impact on the passengers that actually need to be using these taxis to go to various spaces. Now the Kempton Park Taxi Rank, where we are now, is one that actually goes not just locally but also throughout the country. You know, these taxi drivers go throughout the country, so you can imagine having to pay over 26 Rand for fuel, the impact that will have on them, and especially the passengers as well. So they are quite upset, you know, as to the increase of another increase of the fuel price, and they are saying that, you know, it really just needs to be reduced once again if possible. However, they are saying that they've got no other choice at this stage but to have discussions around increasing the fare price for passengers.
Tshegohaco Moagi left us there from Kempton Park. Thanks very much indeed. Strongly held views there from some taxi operators, but going as far as calling for the president to actually step down.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big story we're tracking for you. In fact, throughout the day, that fuel price increase coming into effect from midnight tonight.